All right. Underrated, overrated. Barbell, snatches, and cleans.
That's a good one. Mm, I would say overrated, but it would depend on context. So, one, am I an Olympic lifter?
No.
Okay. If you are, you probably then you probably need to do them. Um, what's the goal? Is the goal like power expression? Right? Is the
Let's
goal?
say athlete development.
Okay, so we're dealing with how old of a kid?
17, 18 years old.
Okay, so there's a few things here. One is maybe they're a football player or someone that actually tests that particular thing as part of testing when they go to college or as part of their high school program. So then we probably need to do it in order to be competent at the test. Are there probably better, safer ways to be able to accomplish the same thing? Absolutely. There are. But on a caveat, I think there is some value. I'm not a huge fan of snatches. Snatches are just super technical. And if we're talking about true snatches where you're catching in the bottom position, like there's just like I just don't see the benefit and the
The reward doesn't outweigh the
yeah, the
risk.
specificity to sport, like it just doesn't make all that sense. A hang clean though, right? If we're catching at the top position and I'm not dealing with a quarterback or a pitcher or someone that has to use their wrists for a living type of stuff, I think it'd be a lot of benefit in learning how to move heavy loads because that's where we with power development, right? Where we run into a little bit of trouble sometimes is at this like higher end where we need enough load. It's fast, it's not super fast, but it's loaded stuff, right? And so the movement's a little bit slower. The other thing I like hang cleans for football actually is because it teaches you a little bit on how to absorb impact. Because when you catch, you have to like bend the knees, catch a little bit, or you just keep banging into your. And so like I think there's a little bit of interesting pieces there. Like every Olympic lift, there's variations, right? And actually, I just did explosive high pulls yesterday in my power work, and so I think you can get a lot out of what we're trying to get, which is really quick hip drive, but without maybe like the like the catch is usually where people run into issues where you could just do a high pull and you'd probably get the same benefit out of it. And so I would say they are I don't know. I think I would probably say for how most people use them, they're overrated. But I think used correctly, they can be an effective piece of a program. Um, but it's not something I would teach right away. Like we wouldn't have young athletes doing them. You kind of have to earn the right. There's easier ones like a dumbbell snatch. Like a dumbbell snatch is a good way to like learn how to throw stuff overhead, but not be quite so technical.
Yeah, there's tons of, and mine is like kettlebell work. There's so much great power work you can do with a kettlebell with an athlete that until they're ready for the technical part, I think they're overrated.
I mean, other things like jumping, loaded jumps, sprinting, bounding, uphill stuff. Like I think there's lots of ways to explore it. It's a tool in the toolbox.